Bustle Rack Banter, where the armor's thick, but the banter's even thicker. Now roll out with your host.
Wait, this doesn't feel right. Where's the ramen cup?
Okay. All right.
Where's the ramen cup?
Oh, yeah. I haven't got any ramen yet. Well, I mean, I did get a lot of ramen, but I'm chilling back on that right now.
That's what I was looking for. There it is. There's the slurp to kick it all off.
Yes. Pink Himalayan salt. Oh, in the derbs. You must abide by the local customs.
What location's that from?
You must abide by the local customs.
What local customs?
You must abide by the local customs.
Oh, okay.
Yes, the local customs. See, my trip in Zimbabwe, we had this oddly shaped female. She was more on the bigotry side.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and I apparently part of the local customs, fornicating with them.
Oh, the horizontally challenged?
Yes, so horizontally challenged
no.
people, you must abide by the local customs.
I guess, if that's
Yes.
the local customs. Yes. I don't know. I know back in like the 1600s, the heavier you were, the more food you could own.
I guess there is a lot of truth to that one.
So it was a sign of power back in the 1600s, all the way until like pretty recent, actually.
Oh, nice. Well, hello, folks. Welcome to our episode of Bustle Rack Banter. We are on our final episode of the year, episode 10. Yay. Yes, thank you guys. Anybody who follows and supports the channel and podcast on Spotify, continue to support, please, as we will be growing into bigger and better things for the next season. Today we'll be covering pretty much, some random shit. I don't know. Maybe stuff about the local customs.
The local customs.
This salt water and gravy is good. Got it from the British.
Oh, no.
Yep.
There are beans in it.
Oh, stay tuned. We do have merchandise coming up.
Oh.
I might go ahead and look at a website, Shopify, and start, preloading shirts on Shopify so viewers can go support our local band.
Hell yeah.
Called Bustle Rack Banter. We have shirts coming out soon. There's a limited drop for you folks. Shout out to Principal Paul for making that happen. If you guys don't know who Principal Paul is, he was one of the featured guests on last episode. He's doing all right. Julius Pringles doing all right. Just handling baby things, blessings.
Yep. Little ones.
The little ones. Carlos is out on a business trip right now. Got a gig down in Georgia he's got to go do. Again. Yep. This time in Georgia, not in California.
Yeah, but he's just all across the United States this go around.
I don't know why this tastes just like ramen noodles. It's not supposed to. It's like ginger and pink Himalayan salt.
Everything tastes like ramen noodles if you give it enough of a taste bud.
Yes. Well, you are correct about that one. So, let's go ahead and let's talk about how the month has been going so far.
Oh yeah. It's been a little hectic, a little crazy, I've been kind of out of work because the alligator population is going into like hibernation. They're staying in the water and out of like people's ways now because it's getting cold outside.
I've heard. Definitely is getting colder outside. Alligators are going dormant.
They are.
Not a very good job to have right now this time of the year. It's just like not landscaping. There's certain businesses that don't operate during the winter.
Roofers.
Is it roofers? Yeah. Guys, gals out there that's doing roofing make I would say enough. I wouldn't say a lot of money, but it depends on the corporation or company you work for, I guess.
Got a buddy up in Illinois who's a salesman for roofing, and let me tell you what, that man, he's living pretty good.
Is he?
Pretty good, pretty cush.
Yeah, I've heard there's some pretty good jobs out there, especially like the middleman jobs where they're like the companies go through them so they can order the parts or the stuff that they need.
Yep.
To do construction, whatever they have it.
Yep. That's actually where I got this necklace from. Is one of my mom's old friends. He is a silversmith, and he's contracted by Montana Silversmiths to make jewelry for them.
Are we talking about the infamous vampire slayers from the 1600s?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, they're the ones that make the silver bullets and the silver crosses.
Yep.
Dipped in garlic.
And holy water.
Yes, you must abide by the local customs.
Local customs.
Thank you. Shout out to our sponsor, us. All right.
Our sponsor, us.
Every punch matters.
Every sound effect you make when you fight matters. Stick with us.
Yeah, stick with us. If you join us.com, you can sign up and follow the Patreon on YouTube.
For 3 installments of $19.99, you too can own us.
Yes, you too can own us. All right, so let's kick this off. We got a few questions from the from folks that sent these in. Not gonna name no names, so shout out to those people. Obviously, we were supposed to, before we kick this off, we were supposed to have about two more guests here. Unfortunately, they weren't able to come, but not a big issue here. It's time of the year. It's pretty busy with travel, so you can't really us. All right. So we're getting old. All right. So what is? Damn it! I hate to say that I'm turning 30 next year.
Turning 22 in a couple months.
Oh my God, I wish, dude. I wish. I mean, 30's not old, all right? Don't get me wrong. All you 96 folks, 30 is not old, but
It's not.
some of y'all are feeling it.
If you really think about it, you're only a 9-year-old or a 10-year-old adult at the age of 30.
Makes sense.
No, 9. Yeah, because you start your adult life at 21.
Really?
Yeah, because at 21, that's when you really unlock the ability to do anything you want.
Principal Paul, you are 13 years old.
Principal Paul is a 13-year-old adult. Yeah. Think about that.
I don't think I got the age right, but maybe 13, 14. Don't feel old. I know a lot of people are stressing. They're like, oh my God, it's my last year in my 20s. I'm going to party hardy, do some crazy shit. All right. Have fun, folks. All right. It's a great year. This year actually went by pretty quick.
Oh, yeah.
In my opinion. It went by pretty fucking fast. A lot of mishaps happened this year, early on in the year. But that, not the worst year. I would say video game wise, probably one of the best years since 2016, 2017.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe even earlier than that. Maybe like 2013, 2012 was like peak gaming right now.
Mm-hmm. Especially with the drop of Battlefield 6.
Oh, yeah. Battlefield 6.
Really brought back the nostalgia from Battlefield 4 and 5, or from 3 and 4.
Did you watch the Video Game Awards?
No,
Battlefield 6 won the best sound design for video games of 2025.
Oh, yeah. Especially with those different mixtapes they added into the game.
Some people are controversial. They think Arc Raiders had a better sound design, but I'm like...
Arc Raiders had a really good sci-fi sound design. I will give them that. They had a really, really good sci-fi sound design.
They do. And I would say Arc Raiders, I'm not going to say I'm a fan of Arc Raiders. I haven't played it. I love watching people play Arc Raiders. It has been like cool to watch. Would I play a game like that? If I was 10 years younger, my interest probably would have been Arc Raiders. But I'm just so bent on, waiting on that one game, that one good shooter. Man, Arc Raiders is a good shooter /
extraction shooter. See,
I'm just not a fan of extraction shooters.
See, Tarkov ruined it for me. I used to be really, really big in extraction shooters, and then I got like super duper heavy into Escape from Tarkov, and I just cannot stand them anymore.
Yeah, it's Tarkov I wouldn't say has fallen off.
Oh no, not at all. It still has a massive player base.
Yeah, I would say that their attention has fallen off.
Oh yeah,
like they used to be like all the streamers used to want to play that game, and now it's just like, what is Tarkov offering now? You know what I mean? They've been in beta since
pain and suffering. That's what Tarkov brings to the table.
Yeah.
And I think they're in 1.1 right now. I think they may have done a full release like 2 or 3 months ago whenever they dropped because it's no longer individual maps. So you can select when you go to what's it called? When you go into the zone, if you select the escape from Tarkov mode, you play through every single map, and if you die, you have to completely reset. But if you play through every single map without dying once, you officially earn the title, or you get this big ass screen that says "Escaped from Tarkov," and you get a little like token and like a title.
Okay, that seems pretty sick.
Yeah. It's just difficult because not only do you have to get through every single zone while fighting players and bots, but there's also the bosses that spawn in every single map.
You wouldn't imagine what game won the Game of the Year award.
Wasn't it like Expedition 33?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not knocking. I've never heard of the game. I'm not gonna lie to you. Gaming hasn't been the same since, I don't know, the OG Modern Warfare days.
Back when it was nothing but just hate.
Yeah, back when you go to GameStop and you buy that magazine. I forgot what it was called. It was like, it gives you all the cheat codes and then you can see all the future games. I forgot what that magazine was called. I used to have one. I used to buy one every like month at Scholastic Bookhouse.
But no, Expedition 33, it interested me, but it didn't interest me enough to play the game. Just because it's an MMORPG, so it's like a top-down style of combat, but it's not free combat. It's turn-based.
Oh, really?
But I think what got it there was the fact that it had a really, really solid story behind it, like super solid story.
Yeah, and I mean, I watched what was it? The best action game of the year. Is it like Hades 2 or something?
I couldn't tell you.
I think it was like Hades 2. They also had like a 2-dimensional game where it was just like it's like Double Dragon. It looked like Double Dragon almost.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's actually pretty cool to see. Battlefield 6 was up there. I don't think Black Ops was anywhere on this list.
Did you know that they made Black Ops 7 free on Xbox?
For how long? Is it limited time or is it just free in general?
Game Pass. They put it on Game Pass because the Xbox sales weren't doing too well. So they put it on Game Pass. And since in order to get gold now, it's just a lot cheaper to get Game Pass and gold combined. So now pretty much everybody who has Xbox Game Pass got Battlefield 7 for free.
Here's the controversy, right? I've heard this from some Facebook gaming enthusiasts and some social media enthusiasts of gaming. Is Battle Pass actually cheaper than owning the game? In my opinion, they brought up a good.
Oh, is the Game Pass cheaper than owning the game?
No, it's actually cheaper to own the game than it is Game Pass.
Yeah, because you pay for it monthly.
Yeah. So like over the course of 3 years, you're still playing Call of Duty. You would have spent the amount of 4 Call of Duties.
Yeah.
In that time span.
I think the thing that gets people with that is the fact of it's kind of like a Netflix subscription. You know, you pay Netflix to access their shows. It's a lot like that. So you pay Xbox to access a library of games that I think there's over like 500 games on there now.
Yeah,
which include like major titles such as Halo, Forza, some of the Call of Duty, some of the Battlefields, even because now Microsoft is going through and like EA plays on there and stuff like that. So if you get Xbox Gold Ultimate or Game Pass Ultimate, now you're getting like all the Battlefield games, all the UFC games, NHL games, like you really name it, you're getting it. Yep. You just got to pay that monthly upkeep for it.
So I think it's a good option for those who like exploring different games without having to, oh my God, I got to buy this game now. Like imagine if Steam had that.
Oh.
If Steam had that, they'd lose a lot of money, but
they'd also make a lot too.
I think their player base would go up.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Tenfold.
Not saying that, PC's player base or Steam's player base isn't like already up there.
PC Master Race.
I would say over the years, I think PC has been dominating the gaming industry very well. Because you got to think, right? All these streamers, when Call of Duty started becoming really big during the Warzone drop, right? The initial Warzone drop. Fortnite was also out.
Yeah, they all switched over to consoles.
They all switched over to consoles for a little bit. And then all the favorite big-time streamers were streaming from PC because it was a lot easier, a little bit less dynamic, or it's a little bit more dynamic setup that you can get with a higher workflow console, right? And what I'm seeing is there's a huge rise in PC gamers, especially when it comes to like tactical shooters, looter shooters, extraction shooters. Not so much like sports games or car games.
No, not at all. Yeah, I think the big thing that really got me was if you really look into it, because at first I was diehard Xbox, only played Xbox, was only ever going to play Xbox, couldn't catch me on anything else. And then I switched over to PC back in like maybe 2022, and yeah, I haven't ever gone back. I refuse to go back.
Yeah,
because now now that Microsoft owns Xbox, I have every single game that I used to love to play on the Xbox, but on a much better platform.
And what's cool about it is like the dynamic of PC gaming of today's time is you can play Xbox and PlayStation games and PC games on PC.
Whereas with the consoles, you still only get one or the other.
Yeah, exactly, right. And I know I was a very big PlayStation gamer. What kind of took me away from the PlayStation evolution after the PlayStation 4 was one, the production of the PS5 wasn't. Because of COVID, it took a very big dive, and people were reselling them for this crazy amount of money.
Oh yeah.
Two, the Game Pass that you had to buy, the PlayStation Plus. I felt like it was kind of a scam. Because what was it? What was the Game Pass? What was the subscription for? You weren't getting any. You get some free games, but you didn't get all free games. Like Xbox Game Pass will give you way more free games than PlayStation Plus did back then.
Oh yeah.
And I'm pretty sure, I think that they got rid of or they reduced the price for PlayStation Plus. So I was playing. It went from like $20 a year. 30, and it jumped up to like even like $50, $60 a year for PlayStation Plus. And all it did was just really nothing. Like I still had to pay for all the new 2K17, 2K18 games. I still had to pay for all the Battlefields.
See, what really pissed me off is sitting there and wanting to play online games, but then having to pay to get online.
That was the PlayStation Plus's downfall.
That
the
was
fact that
Xbox Gold's.
If you didn't have PlayStation Plus, you couldn't play Battlefield 5 online.
No.
Like, oh, you don't have a PlayStation Plus membership. Your network failure, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, that's another reason why I love my PC is because I buy the game, and guess what I get to do? Instantly, as long as I have a connection to Wi-Fi, I can jump on the servers without having to pay anything extra. It's great.
So what do we think the golden age of gaming was? That's a hard one.
2010 to 2016. Because you got to think about it, right? 2010, you got Black Ops. Then you have Modern Warfare 2 later on. I think that came out in like 2011, 2012.
So that was back when the PlayStation 3 was...
And the Xbox 360.
Was out and popping. I would say a little bit before that.
A little bit before that?
Yeah, I would say like early 2000s because you had your PlayStation 1, right? And then PlayStation 2 shortly came after. You had a bunch of bangers of games. And then you still had people playing Nintendo Entertainment System, even though that came out way earlier, right? And Nintendo 64, you had the GameCube. That's where, I mean, I believe from like the 90s all the way up to like mid 2000s. Obviously, we're not all the way in the middle of the 2000s era, but from where we are now.
Yeah, like mid 2010s.
Yeah, like people still went to Walmart to play games. Like,
yeah.
To just hurt your neck and like.
Yeah, remember those little trials? Those little trial machines? Those things were great.
Oh, yeah. You would love to go shopping with your family because you just go straight over to where the gaming section is, and you're just like, oh, look at this new game.
Oh, yeah. No, my dad would drop me off. He'd take me to Walmart and be like, all right, Coda. Right there. I'd stand there.
What happened to GameStop?
GameStop is GameStop.
Why is GameStop a cemetery for Funko Pops?
See,
and fucking trinkets and Pokemon cards.
Well, they had to kind of switch it up a little bit because
now it's more like a gift shop than anything.
Well, yeah, because they you got to think about it, right? Digital gaming is on the rise. It's not, it's not like 2016 where you could where you had to show up to buy games. Especially after all the bullshit with COVID, and people started making like digital strict, like the Xbox Series S. It's only digital.
Yeah.
PCs are mostly digital now. I mean, you don't have a disc tray in your PC, do you? I don't.
No.
Yeah, PCs are all digital now. There's really no sense in continuing to have a store that specializes in selling video games when I can jump online and not have to leave my couch.
That is true. They did create a very big market for online gaming, or the online store for gaming, and I see why GameStop still hasn't went out of business is because they're actually, I don't know if they rebranded, but they definitely spearheaded their way into
longevity.
Yeah, longevity. So they started catering towards
Collectors.
anime, collectors item stuff, things that I think it's more of a nostalgia shop now.
Yeah, like pop culture.
Yeah, than it is like, hey, you go in there and get a game. I mean, I bought my Steam, or was it my Legion Go? I bought it from GameStop. Last year.
I mean, they still have some good stuff. Like you can pick up a Steam Deck, or like if you're trying to get a gift for somebody, you can pick up like an Xbox gift card or a Steam gift card.
Yep.
Or pick up collector's item like they sell Black Series Star Wars figures and all the Funkos you could think of.
Speaking of, dude, I gotta fucking bust my goddamn Legion Go out. I bought it earlier this year. I bought it back in February. And I was playing I was playing Call of Duty, and it was so much better than playing on Xbox. And the actual PC. I just hooked the Xbox controller up to it, playing Ninja Gaiden 4. I was playing Call of Duty. What else was I playing? There's another game that I was playing on there, Star Wars. It was sick because it was an extension of my PC.
Yeah.
And I'm going to actually test it out, playing it here at the house, seeing how that in relation, obviously the screen's a lot smaller.
Yeah.
But I just want to see the relation from the game to how it is. Frame rate wise, obviously it's a little different, but it definitely has some decent amount of power to run games.
I think those micro PCs like that are going to really start taking off here pretty soon because they're starting to gain a lot of popularity. Because remember when the PSP came out?
Yeah.
And it was like the crap because dudes were taking it and they were just running around with it.
You play the same games, Need for Speed, all that other stuff.
Yeah, you could take it anywhere with you, do whatever you wanted with it. It did not matter where you were. I think that popularity is going to start coming back once people start to figure out, oh, hey, I can have my giant gaming computer in the exact same package as a PSP.
What I think is, I was talking to my wife about this the other day. We walked into the movie, watched the Housemaid movie. I would recommend you viewers watch that movie because Freda McFadden is definitely a great book writer. Amazing. We listened to audiobooks, The Teacher being one of them. We haven't listened to The Housemaid. We are actually on chapter 2 of The Housemaid. And there's also another one that we listened to coming through Canada. And she writes really good audiobooks and books in general. They're all thrillers and plot twist after plot twist. I think I have it figured out. She uses the same algorithm almost for every book, but changes it slightly, ever so slightly, that things will change very quickly in her novels. And then you're like, okay, this guy's the bad guy. And you're like, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense. This person's the bad guy. Wait a minute. This doesn't make any sense. I don't know who the bad guy is, right? It's one of those. She's one of those plot twist book writers. It's just crazy, and I'm glad that movie actually. I know there's some reviews out there. Oh, this movie's trash. If you've watched or listened to the book, read the book, understand that movie only takes place in a few chapters of the book, and it kind of summarizes the book. It doesn't go through the backstory of the housemaid and how she got there. It doesn't go through the backstory of. It goes in the movie. It goes into the backstory. It just doesn't go into too deep. It's just enough, It
doesn't break the fourth wall.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we got our first question here. So what is one thing that we realize, a moment that tells us we're getting old?
I got you. This one popped up with me yesterday. So I was at my favorite dance hall because, I had to go in there and fix the plumbing because, dude, now that I can't alligator wrestle no more, I got to pick up odd and end jobs. So, I'm a semi-professional plumber. So they were like, hey, you come fix our plumbing, we'll pay you in beer. I said, all right, yeah, that sounds pretty good. So I'm in there hanging out, and one of my favorite line dances comes on. I go out there and start dancing, and I squatted down a little too fast, felt my knee pop, and I was in pain. It's not fun. I can't move like I used to.
Yeah. I mean, you're 22, so what do you think it is Just alligator wrestling taking its toll on you or what?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. It's got to be. You know how hard it is on the knees to jump off the bed of a pickup onto a gator multiple times a week? It's not
619ing a gator.
Yeah.
Both feet.
You ever Batista bomb an alligator? It's not fun on the knees.
You ever Stone Cold Stunnered an alligator? That's funny.
It's an instant go to sleep for him.
Yeah. One of the biggest moments of me getting old is like waking up on the weekend, right? Particularly like a Saturday morning, Sunday morning, and just wanting to go on like a nature walk.
Oh, you're at nature walk level?
Yeah, we're at nature,
I'm sorry.
like walking to, like taking pride in walking to the mailbox. Like, oh yeah, I'm about to get some nice looking mail. Nope, the same fucking shit. You've been approved for $25,000 loan. Like 9 different pieces of mail saying that same exact thing. I'm like, come on.
On a more consistent note, the second it hits 10 o'clock, bed.
Oh yeah. Last night I went to sleep. We ended up watching a movie called The Long Walk, I believe.
Oh yeah, I've been hearing about that. I heard it was pretty good.
Honestly, that movie has it's different. Like it's very easily like readable. You're like, okay, I know what's gonna happen next. It jumps straight to the point, and then the ending is just like, okay, so it just ended. All right, but you got to think the backstory behind it is more, I would say, military oriented on a deeper scale. So there's a reason why that the person they call Major, the guy that's running the whole fucking charade, killing off young men. You got to think all the people that joined, they signed up, right? And they're all young. They're all, maybe mid to late 20s, early 20s, maybe early 30s. But the majority of the men that were there were young adults.
Yeah.
Right. No females. And they were walking for miles and miles and miles. And they built a friendship as they were walking. But the thing is, if they stopped walking, they have to keep up 3.3 miles an hour.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah, so just below rucking pace, I guess.
That's even a slow ruck at that.
Yeah, but I mean, like over time, it fucking.
Oh yeah, over time it'll dwindle.
So they have to keep that pace, and they get 3 warnings. After the 3 warnings, they get shot and killed.
Yeah.
Right? Or they either go crazy, they kill themselves, or they do something crazy. You run off the road, off the trail, off the main road, you get shot. You try to come at one of the guys with the guns, you get shot. Right? So there's that. And they build a friendship along the way that allows them to have an emotional attachment and, not watching their friend, that they've been walking this long journey with, just, get dealt with right there. They just keep moving. So if you think the whole thing behind that is about the Vietnam War, there's a reason why the major, or the people that were wearing the military uniforms were dressed in like
olive drab
Vietnam era kind of uniforms, and the guns and all the machinery that they have was kind of tailored towards the Vietnam era. There's a huge underlining tone to that movie. And it's definitely about people that have carried on all the way to the very end and committed suicide.
Yeah.
It's huge. It is a massive story. Like it'll fly over a lot of people's heads because they're like, what the hell is this? Like, this movie was trash.
Yeah.
But if you got to think,
so
the Vietnam era was made, I mean, not even that, even the eras before that, but I'm just saying specifically to that was you had a bunch of people who wanted to serve in this pointless war, right?
Yeah.
And this walk being that pointless fucking walk resembles the same thing as the Vietnam War, right? As most people claim. For some, they don't think it's pointless. They were just like, oh, whatever.
Yeah,
Majority of the time, I believe that the Vietnam War was one of the most pointless wars.
Oh, yeah. It was literally just us flexing.
Yeah. So all these men, and they're only allowed 50 people to sign up at a time. So like, okay. So not only that, you got a draft going on of people that willingly wanted to join, right? Not really a draft. You got a long walk that resembles the pointless war of Vietnam. You got somebody that's in charge telling you to keep going, even when your battle buddy dies. You need to keep going, and store your emotions to finish the job.
Yeah.
Because the whole incentive behind it was there's no limit on how many miles you walk. The only goal is you get one wish at the end, and you get riches.
Yeah.
And what happens is the dude at the end, ultimately, I mean, it's very easy to tell that that's what was going to happen. The guy gives up, and the main character of the movie was actually the one that dies. And his buddy was like, you know what? I'm going to fulfill his wish. Cut the head off the dragon. And then it just ends. You're like, what the hell? But there's a whole thing behind it. And that's what that movie actually brought a really good interest. I wouldn't say I would watch it again, but it definitely is an interesting story if you think about those type of things that happened.
Oh yeah,
in that.
You know what I want to go see? I want to go see that new Avatar movie.
The Avatar movie?
The Avatar movie. I heard it's really good.
Oh, you talking about
Fire and Ash?
Fire and Ash.
Yeah.
Fire and Ash. I heard the Avatar series, there's millions and millions of fans for those movies.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm one of them. I've seen every single one of them. I love it. Love it to death. I haven't read the comics because I don't read. I don't like books, but I definitely love the movies. The movies were great.
All right, so we have another question here. What would the worst first job ever be? They're talking about the example would be fast food disasters, angry customers, and the boss who took it way too serious. The guy who's at fucking McDonald's is like, this chicken is raw.
Used to work at a bicycle shop.
That's got to be terrible.
It was a Trek dealership. Treks are great bikes, by the way. Let me know if you need some information on one.
Oh, Trek. I thought you said a truck dealership.
No, Trek, a bicycle dealership.
Oh, Treks are expensive.
Yes, but they are very nice bikes, very good bikes. I would wholeheartedly stand beside the company. But my boss would always say some really, really horrible things to me because he didn't like me. He called me disrespectful because I was 15. I was like, all right, whatever. Like, we'll get over this. And my main job was to build, service, and sell bicycles.
Build, service, and service your... Never mind.
You bring it in, lube order. I had a whole training manual on a lube order for this bicycle. Every single model had its own lube order.
That's funny.
Yeah, bring it in. I'd do like little touch-ups, TLC on it. I'd sell you like a $2,000 bicycle, send you on your way out the door. But I remember one specific moment I was sitting there, and one of my older coworkers, he was like 60, looks at me and he goes, "You want some coffee?" And they're little Zen pouches. And I didn't know what Zen was, so I took it and I put it in my lip, and I was like, this makes me feel a little funny. He was like, "It's just coffee. It's just caffeine." No, it wasn't. It was a 6 milligram Zen. He poisoned me.
He starts tweaking like a rat on poison.
But I told my boss, I was like, "Hey, man, I think I want to quit. I want to pursue my dream of alligator wrestling." And he did not take to that lightly at all.
Oh, God.
He goes, "You know what? I hope you go wrestle alligator on somebody's private property and they use you as target practice."
Crazy work. I'd spin the alligator around on its belly.
I almost spun the block on him.
All right, we have another one coming in from Chandra asking the group chat that should be deleted, reading out of context messages and exposing how wild everyone gets at 2 a.m. Which group chat? I mean, specifically speaking, I'm tracking that we both were part of the military. And we also know that the implications of group chats, the higher rank you get, the more group chats you receive.
Oh, yeah.
At the peak I was in 9 different group chats. 9 different group chats. And I can imagine like a first sergeant or commander and how many group chats they are in.
I'm getting close to that number. I'm sitting at 6 right now myself.
Oh, God.
Because, back when I was in, I had all those details I had to do and stuff like that. So, but, man.
I just love the days where it was simple. And before this whole Signal thing came along and WhatsApp and then,
you had a notebook and a pen. That's how you took your notes.
And a lot of formations. There was a lot of formations because one of the biggest things about when the group chat era first started is the fact that people had Androids and iPhones and they didn't very much vibe with each other in a group chat. And you'd always have the Android that person that would text once and it'd populate like 4 of the same texts. And you're like, bro, change your fucking settings.
Yeah.
Or you got the guy with the Android that texts the group chat and it individually sends messages out to everyone in that group chat. And you're like, bro, chill out. I don't know. I feel like the group chat thing, it's revolutionary, but it has to be condensed because there shouldn't be, in my opinion, I don't think there should be a group chat for every single little commodity thing you have going on.
No, not at all.
I don't think so. If everybody's already in the same group chat, now don't get me wrong. How it should work is, obviously you have your what they call like the higher echelon or leadership group chats.
Yeah.
And then, they have their PLs, PSGs in the chat, which is fine. And then you have your section leaders who have their guys in the chat or squad leaders, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
And that should be it, right? You should just be getting your information from your specific platoon leadership chat and then dishing it out to the guys in your section, right?
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong, like having everybody in the same chat,
It's nice.
it's nice, but it gets a little bit too, I would say, not chaotic, but it gets to the point where people aren't willing to do their diligence in pushing information
Yeah, that's
because
true.
they're like, oh, this person already seen it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or they're just like, oh, well, I'm not going to look at the chat because there's 90 texts that just came through, so I'm not just going to look at the chat anymore.
Yeah. Plus, especially when you're like asking for volunteers or something like that and having everybody in a group chat like that, it's a lot. It makes people, people don't really want to volunteer because they have that mindset of, oh, somebody else is going to do it.
Exactly, right? And if you have your own, like when I was in, I had it to where the team leaders and the section leaders were all in a chat with their guys in their section. And then the PLs, PSGs had all the section leaders in a chat with them.
Yeah.
So that way they're like, hey, we take this information and we do with it what we need to. It allows the section leaders, whatever, the senior kind of guys in charge of your dudes, to break down the information and be like, okay, this doesn't pertain to me specifically. Okay, boom. I don't know. I feel like it's just overly used, like way too much.
I will say though, I did like the commodity of the, or not the commodity, but the camaraderie of the platoon when the platoon was all in one big chat because like a Saturday night, it's later in the night. Mm-hmm. Drinking's a big thing in the military. You have like somebody send something super funny and everybody else is usually awake. Mm-hmm. So then it just starts off on like a pretty funny little weekend bend, and then it's back to business the start of the next work week.
That is very true. Ooh, we got another question in from Marco. All right, so this says the social media is lying to us. Fake hustle culture, perfect couples, fitness influencers who never sweat. Now, this is a good topic here. Over the years, there has been a lot of social media influencers who have been on the fitness side of things or the couple side of things. And they've been exposed later on, years down the road, that their entire persona was fake. That couple was never married. They never lived with each other. They just did it for social media.
Yeah. Like the liver king.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
Yeah, remember? Mm-hmm. People were like, he was like, I'm all natural. And people came out and they're like, you're on test, dude. Like we have your results. Like you're actively blasting gear. Mm-hmm. And then he came out and that was after like maybe a year and a half, 2 years doing that constant. I'm hardcore. I eat nothing but raw meat. I sleep on the ground. Mm-hmm. And, but I do give the man props because he did just straight up, after he got exposed, came up and was like, you know what? Yeah, you guys are right. Like, I am blasting gear.
Yeah, that is true.
But he does actually sleep on the floor, though.
We got to think about it, right? A lot of these bodybuilder, social media influencers, everybody's like, you guys are on gear. You guys are on gear. I mean, to get to that level, me personally, I know there's a lot of aholics out there. They're like, no, you can get to that level if you just eat right, all this other stuff. My brother in Christ, I'm going to just tell you this right now. With today's society and the food that we have today, it is very, 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 very hard to maintain that type of physique at that high of a level. Yeah.
Now, like, don't get me wrong. If you're like a hunter-gatherer and you go out and like get your own meat, like kill your own deer, slaughter your own beef, then more power to you. Because then I could, at that point, that's all like government supplements or nothing like that's going into your food.
Yeah, you got these social media influencers who are like, hello, my name's so-and-so. I'm a vegan full-time. I go and shop at this place. And you got to think, right? A lot of the stuff that we eat in these markets or we get from the store, and they're saying, oh, it's all natural. If you put steroids or enhancers inside of food, specifically like apples, oranges, whatever, strawberries.
Yeah, longevities.
Yeah, so things that make your crop grow bigger and more, abundant. Wouldn't that be considered unnatural at that point?
I agree.
I mean, there's a lot. I mean, you got to think about it, right? The blueberries in Alaska versus the blueberries that we have down here. In Alaska, you can go pick blueberries, and they're like the size of your fingernails.
Yeah.
Generally. You go to the Walmart or whatever, Whole Foods market, and the blueberries, yeah, they're fucking huge.
Yeah, they're like that big.
They're huge. And yeah, anything natural is not going to be that huge.
No.
It's not.
No.
Not even strawberries. I seen a strawberry that was like a quarter the size of my fist.
I mean, oranges are mutated, right?
Oranges are mutated?
Yes. Like the oranges that we have, that we grow, are a result of years and years and years of, what's it called? Forced evolution from us like crossbreeding different plants until we got exactly what we wanted.
That makes sense. Ooh, here's another one. What are the things that we're weirdly passionate about? Ooh. I know some people out there like, I'm weirdly passionate about guns.
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs?
Dinosaurs.
I would say I'm weirdly passionate about working on my car. But it's not a weird passion. It's just like, I like working with my hands.
Yeah.
And if it's an easy, well, nothing's easy on a car. I'm just letting you know right now.
Yeah, I know.
That saying of, hey, this will take like 10 minutes. No, it never fucking happens.
5 hours, 20 beers later, you got the transmission dropped.
Yeah, but something tells me, I'm like, you know what? We're going to do this and we're going to sit here for 5 hours so I don't fuck this up.
Yeah.
That's something that I'm weirdly passionate about. What else? I don't know. I think that's I don't think that I have a weird passion about really anything unless I dig really deep into this section here. But I'm pretty sure I'm weirdly passionate about working on cars.
See, earlier this day I had to go fetch a sewer gator.
A sewer gator
out of DC. And while I was there, because alligators are prehistoric creatures. Mm-hmm. And I realized young age that I like dinosaurs, and so I was like, I'm just gonna go fight dinosaurs. But yeah, I was up at DC fighting this gator out of this sewer, and I was like, what would be really nice? Gonna go see the Smithsonian. I've never seen the Smithsonian, so I went in there, went to the Smithsonian. I tell you what, it was the best time.
Really?
Like I thought for sure. I was like, what? There's gonna be like little kids running around and stuff like that. And here, no, I am a grown ass man, and I was having the time of my life. I've never been so happy. I've never had such a huge dopamine rush in my life than when I first walked into the extinction side of the Smithsonian.
I'm telling you, man, those places will shock the littlest of kids. Ooh, another question here from Adam. What is one of the biggest things in the military that you had a moment where that's not how it works? Times you confidently gave wrong advice or messed something up trying to look smart.
Dress uniforms.
Oh.
I remember.
You must abide by the local customs.
We were going through a uniform inspection, and this was the first time taking my uniform or putting my uniform back together in over 2 years, because we went on rotation, and so I put it in storage because I didn't need to take it overseas with me. And so, yeah, about a whole 2 years without touching it, I come back and I'm trying to figure things out. And I got my uniforms confused because with the blues, your marksmanship pedal goes over, or medal goes over here. With the pinks and greens, it goes in the center. And I was sitting there, And I put my marksmanship medal just like you would on the blues, all the way over to towards the center of the chest. And I go walking in the platoon office, and one of the NCOs stops me, and he goes, "That's wrong." And as confident as I could, just went gaslight him. And I went, "No, I'm correct." And he goes, "What do you mean you're correct?" I was like, "This is how it goes in the AGSUs, aren't? You wouldn't know because you wear blues, but on the AGSUs, this is how it goes." And I was just staring at him in his eyes. He was like, "You sure?" "Yeah, Raj, I got this. I know what I'm doing." Who set that uniform up? I did. All right, well, I'm going to go read up on it. I love your confidence. You did a great job, but you're wrong. And I was like, "No, I'm not." I was wrong.
Such the Army thing to do. We go to war, just overly confident. The guys are over here. Oh God, you just schwacked a village full of nobody in it.
Yeah, we've done that before. The U.S. military has a history of doing that.
Yeah.
It's not like you have to go digging for it. It's pretty just out in the open in most textbooks.
I think the biggest that's not how it works moments is, well, I guess it's like halfway my fault, but halfway not, I would say. We were doing a mission. It was a sticks back when I was a scout. And I was the point man. I had to train another new guy to be a point man because they upgraded me to team leader. So, your team leaders are usually aren't out front, all right, because they got to still lead their teams, right?
Yeah, they're usually in the middle.
Yeah, so you have like a different guy that's compass man, you got a point man, you got a pace man, all that other stuff. Mm-hmm. And I was teaching this guy in the field. I was like, "Hey, follow this compass, this direction. We're going south, southeast." And he had a compass on him. And, we start taking off, and I'm like, "Hey, south, southeast." He's like, "I'm following it." I'm like, "Okay." Then I look at my compass, and I'm like, we just walked east for 2 kilometers. The LT's like, "What's our grid?" I pull the grid. We are, in fact, 2 kilometers east of our starting position, our starting point, where we should have been 2 kilometers south of our starting point. And he's like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "There's something wrong here. This doesn't make any sense." He's like, "This is why we don't use Garmin." I was like, "I didn't use my Garmin. I only use the Garmin to pull grids. I don't use it for, the Garmin's internal compass because there's a lot of flaws with that system." So I go up to the guy, little PV2, and I was like, "Hey, where's your compass pointing at?" He's like, "Oh, it's pointing south." Little did I know, this guy had a fucking magnet. He had one of those magnet ranger beads.
Oh,
he had a bunch of them. And what it was doing, it was pulling the needle the opposite direction. And I was like, "Motherfucker." So it wasn't my fault. It was halfway his fault for not knowing that, the compasses work off of magnetic pull.
Shouldn't have had those fuck ass ranger beads.
Yeah, so it was like, obviously it was blamed on me. "Well, why didn't you check his compass?" Blah, blah, blah. I was like, "His compass works." So I pulled it next to mine, and I was like, "It works." Then I gave it to him. I was like, "Put it in front of you." And you see the needle just fucking moving to the left, and you're like, "Oh, shit." I was like, "What do you have on you?" I was like, your weapon shouldn't have any magnetic pull to it. And he's like, "Oh, I got these." I was like, "You got any magnets on you?" It's like 2 a.m, by the way. I was like, "What the fuck do you have on you?" He's like, "I got these ranger beads." You're supposed to have them in rubber, like,
Yeah.
With the 550 cord knot. He had them, the 550 cord knot, with magnetic beads so that they won't slide everywhere. Yeah.
I would have killed him.
Yeah. I was like, "You just single-handedly fucked our entire timeline." Get to the back.
Yep. He's now the pace guy.
Yeah, so that was one of my that's not how it works moments, but couldn't blame me because I didn't tell him to go that way. I mean, he followed the needle. It just went the wrong direction.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's his fault it went the wrong direction. Because I don't know about you, but if I knew I had a magnet on me, I'd get rid of said magnet.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially after getting yelled at for 6 months straight that magnets and compass are bad. Compass, good. Magnet, good. Together, bad.
Oh, we have a new question in from Steve. All right. What are your pet peeves that should be illegal? Ooh.
PDA.
The hell is that?
Public display of affection.
Oh man.
And I'm not talking like the really subtle things like holding hands or like
Oh, you're talking about like
a
making
hug.
out.
Yeah,
in the
I'm
middle
talking
of
about
public.
those. I'm talking about those people that you be walking around Walmart and they're like getting it on in the pots and pans section.
I've only encountered that maybe once in my life so far.
It's quite common.
Stuff that should be done in secret. Yeah, that definitely made
Yeah.
me cringe. I'd be like,
Yeah, straight to jail.
good on you, I guess.
No, straight to jail.
Ooh, I got one. Having AirPods in while you're working and having an active conversation with me and another person, and I'm actively talking to you and you're responding with those answers, and then you look at me and say, oh, I'm on the phone. I've had that happen to me at least 6 times. It pissed me off to no end. Because they're turned to one side. So they're talking to you, but you're not like, you don't see the other ear.
Dead. Next question.
And dude's like, oh yeah, I'm having, my day's been pretty good. Yeah. And then we're just talking, having a casual conversation. And like 5 minutes later, I'm like, what'd you say? He's like, oh, I've been on the phone. Did you say something?
Dead. Next question.
Brother.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
Illegal.
Hate that shit.
And that's another policy I believe that the Army has as well, or the military has in general, is like you're not allowed to have earbuds or headphones in while you're at work, if I'm correct. Walking around.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, and the amount of times that I've seen like S1 workers being the main culprit of this.
Oh yeah, they're in the office. They're untouchable.
They're in the office, walking around, the AirPod in, listening to music. I don't know.
They think they're special or something.
And I'm like, wait a minute. It's middle of the duty day. Why do you got AirPods in?
Look, dude, just approve my leave.
Yeah, like you're not. I'm pretty sure the only time you're allowed to wear that in uniform is if you're actively like
At the gym.
in a gym. Mm-hmm. Yeah, not at like doing PT, but like in a gym setting where it's not a group effort.
Yeah. Well, no, even if it is a group effort, you can still wear. It can't be an organized
session.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
So if it's like platoon PT, that's organized, but you can still wear headphones and like walk around. But if you go to like, I don't know, like a spin class, the gym hosting, there'll be a designated time for them to be like, hey, headphones. Hey, no headphones.
Yeah. I mean, when I was stationed in Louisiana way back when, there was this policy they had on post. Even when we went deployed to Iraq and Afghanistan, they were like, if you have headphones in, even when you're off duty, they cannot exceed 1 inch by 1 inch.
Holy shit.
And they held that standard for a long time. You didn't see not one person inside the gym wearing no Beats headphones because it wasn't authorized. And you could only have one headphone in at a time.
So it's just like what, like Skull Candy little earbuds?
Yeah, like you have AirPods, Skull Candies, whatever, the Bose,
Yeah.
earbuds. It just had to be earbuds, but you couldn't have 2 in at one time because you're supposed to be able to hear alarms going off. And it made sense because when we did deploy, they kept that same standard.
Yeah.
And it helped a lot. It kind of saved a lot of people because, the incoming alarm and all that stuff. You're in the gym, loud music, and you got rounds of rockets impacting. You're not able to hear that shit.
No, you're not going to hear that incoming.
And that, it was pretty loud.
Yeah.
And I've seen it before where we were in the gym. We had Big Top Gym in the Nangarhar province. And then we also had a Steel Gym. And the MWR workers that were in there were like, gotta take one of your headphones out. And I was like, I'm listening to Adam Levine while I'm on the treadmill. It's weird. I had a little Adam Levine stint. I'm listening to Adam Levine. She's like, hey, you gotta take off one headphone. I'm like, okay, whatever. Take it off. She leaves. I put it back in. She's like, sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to take the headphone out or you gotta leave the gym. I was like, okay, I'll take it out. Put it back in when she left. And then the incoming alarm happened. And I'm still running while everybody's out of the gym. Like, I look around, I take my headphones off, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why is everybody? Oh, shit, the incoming alarm. from there on, it was just like, oh, okay. The realization was, yeah.
I could have died.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, oh, God. Thank God like nothing happened with that. But
Yeah.
the realization is there's a lot of things that people do that should be either done privately or a little bit more discreet. So, oh, God. What was the worst haircut you ever had?
Back when I was 12, there was this old school barbershop in my hometown.
I guess it's an old white dude.
Old white woman who had a stroke and was still cutting hair. I cannot remember her name for the life of me, but my dad walked in there and goes, he needs a little boy's cut. She goes, okay.
Sounds a little pedo.
No.
Needs a little boy's cut.
Well, my dad was from Boston. It's just how he...
No, okay.
He's got that real thick New English accent in a small itty bitty podunk town where nobody understands a single word that he's saying. So I jump up in the chair and she's sitting there with that razor shaking in her stroked out hand. And she gave me a proper 1960s bowl cut. I'm talking, the hair dryers they use at salons where you sit down and it like comes down over and it quick dries your hair.
Yeah.
Talking one of those straight over. Gave me a nice little medium skin fade and then got a pair of scissors. Went to town on that just perfect circle.
Oh God, no.
After that, I didn't cut my hair for like 3 years because I was so terrified.
That's
of
where the mullet
barbershops.
started growing.
That's exactly when the mullet started growing.
All right, so we have about 4 more minutes left. Let's go ahead and close out with drunk food decisions, late night orders you regret, but you would still do again. I know you have a lot of those.
Oh, I am the master. I am the best person
The Master Blaster.
to get food with after the bar because I know all the good spots because I've been to every single one of them. But no, the late night orders that I would never do again would have to be on one of my many vacations out throughout the great state of Texas. I found myself on the great party city of Austin. And I found myself on Filthy Sixth for a little bit. And what I didn't know is
Sixth Street? Oh God, no.
When the bars closed down, the Glizzy Mans come out.
The Glizzy Man's close.
The Glizzy Mans come out. I tell you what, one of the best hot dogs I've ever eaten in my life. But man, oh man, it'll tear that stomach up.
That's crazy word.
Tacos are pretty safe though. Tacos are a really safe bet. Just anytime.
And tacos.
That's one of my favorite drunk foods.
Just following a guy around with tacos. Give me those tacos. I need those right now.
Or like go find a taco truck on like a street corner somewhere. Those are because they're always open till like at least like 3 a.m.
Yeah, exactly.
And let me tell you, those are always the greatest decisions. Like, granted, you're going to pay a little bit more money, but I'd take that over anything.
That is true. I'm digging the ugly sweater. It's from Step Brothers?
It is from Step
From
Brothers.
Dragon and Nighthawk.
Dragon and Nighthawk. Hey, remember that. That's prestige worldwide right there.
Prestige worldwide. Boats and hoes. And we have the Rodriguez family ugly sweater. Me and my wife. She has one as well. Christmas next week. What's the plans?
I am going home.
Tennessee?
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't worry, no gators. I got rid of that problem 2 weeks ago. They're back in the zoo.
I got a new job.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? What are you doing?
So I went from, as you guys know, elementary school crossing guard. I'm a security guard now
At the school?
at a high school.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm the guy in the front that, unfortunately wands people into the school.
Oh, yeah, I forgot we're in the ghetto.
Yeah. It's fun. A lot of the kids are cool. They're some of them are troublemakers, but nothing too bad.
All right, so what's the wildest thing you've come across so far in your great expeditions of being a school security guard?
I've only been there for about a week, but I did find an AK-47 in some kid's bag.
Whoa.
Yeah, and his buddy had a Glock 24.
Glock 24.
Yeah, both loaded.
The really small one?
24. That'd be the 26. I think the 24 is like a police officer service pistol, like full size.
Okay.
Yeah, 26 I believe is a compact.
You know what I want to get my hands on one of these days?
What's up?
Glock 48. The super duper long ones.
Oh my
the ones
God.
in 40 Smith & Wesson. I want my hands on one of those.
Yeah, that is very true. For you ladies and gentlemen that listening to the podcast, we would like to thank again the viewers and listeners and supporters of the podcast and the Bustle Rack Banter crew. Wish we can give you a little bit more experience on this side, but we must abide by the local customs.
Local custom. Do not fear me, gypsy. All I want from you is your tears. Give them to
Yes.
me or I'll take them.
Again, thanks to Principal Paul for making the Bustle Rack Banter merchandise. We'll be dropping soon with this logo on it.
Hell yeah.
Shirts of different color variations would also be available for TNT shirt orders to support your while you're in the military.
Support your local troops.
Support your local customs. We need to create another logo. It's Bustle Rack Banter with like Secretary of War or something on the excess face on the backside of it. It'd be pretty sick.
It's like that. What's that one brand that kind of did something similar to this? I think it's called like Not in Regs. Or something like that.
Article 15 wear.
Yeah, Article 15 wear. It's got like the "Don't Haze Me." T-shirts. I love hot NCOs T-shirts. That stuff's golden. It's hilarious.
It is. There's a big market for it. But we do like to thank the families out there having a good Christmas and a New Year's. Hopefully we can get one more episode for the New Year's before we kick off our very busy schedule on the new year. Podcast times would kind of vary. I'm not going to say it's going to be very easy to do with the new jobs, new locations and stuff of folks. But again,
Definitely gonna be some good stories to tell once we get everybody back.
oh yeah, that is very true. Very true. We might do some live cast somewhere. Can't tell you where. But hopefully everything works out for everybody this Christmas, and don't be afraid to hit up your boys.
Oh God, holla at your boy.
Holla at your boy. All right, well, that's going to do it for episode 10
All right,
of
Jeffro.
season 1. Season 2 will be next year.
All right, Jeffro, hit the camera.
Jeffro.
It's the wrong button. It's that one.
Who we replaced this guy for Jamie?
All right, who hired this guy?
Who is this fucking dude?
You're locked, loaded, and ready for Bustle Rack Banter, where the armor's